I want to introduce two more people, and then we're going to just do some praise and worship for a little bit. So, Veronica doesn't usually speak publicly, so you all are going to just be so blessed because she's going to come and share. Veronica is our administrator of our ministry, and she works several jobs. Our ministry changed some things that we did, and so we moved from California to Arizona. When we did at the same time, the Lord spoke to Veronica and Moses, and they needed to move to Texas. So we just really didn't know how we were going to continue the ministry all in different places. It was really challenging, but I want to respect Veronica and Moses, how you both have just continued to Veronica works full-time. She works as a teacher at school, and then she has tutoring that she does afterwards, and then she does all of the bookkeeping and all kinds of stuff like that, and then she takes my phone calls when I feel like crying and tells me, Teresa, just suck it up, get up and do something, let's pray and get on with it. But the Lord just really uses her powerfully. She spent many years with Agnes as her right-hand person and just taking care of all of the needs that she had. And Moses, her husband, was a man that God brought to our ministry. He really didn't know where he was coming. And it was a miracle that he got there. And, everybody was jealous of him because he was kind of like a cut-up sometimes. Forgive me for telling part of your testimony. But Agnes wouldn't let anybody kick him out or anything. She just loved him. And so from the beginning of the time that you came, I don't know how many years that was, until the last days, Agnes's last days, he was the only person that could come and pick her physically up, and put her in his truck and go for a ride up in the mountains or whatever. And I just appreciate the love that you have shown to all of us, Moses. And he's just been a brother. And he doesn't have a title. They always call him Veronica's husband, but he is an extremely important part of our lives. I don't know how we would have gotten through all this with him. So I just want to, they don't speak publicly, but I'm asking you both to come up and say something.
Hello everyone, and she's right, we don't speak publicly. I'm just grateful to be all these years to be a part of this ministry. I was 18 when I came, and I just turned 50 last year, so you can kind of do the math. And it's been life-changing. And I just want to say it's been wonderful to be a part of Isaiah 58 and what God's doing. And I just want to say thank you to Teresa and Gordon and Nella. We can't be here physically with you, but our hearts are. Yes. They really are. God moved us to Texas, and I knew it was His hand, but for me it was like tearing me apart from my family. But all these years to still continue, it's just such a blessing. And the trip to South Africa last year did it for me. Because they would come, they would go, and I said, maybe someday I'll get to go. And that was just so special. So, it's so wonderful to see everybody. Thank you for coming, all of you that traveled so far, those that are in Zoom and listening. It's just been, it's a pleasure to be here and share all and be a part of everything that God is doing.
Okay. Hello, I'm Moses. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I came to Summer Haven in the middle of the 90s. I didn't know what I was coming into. Teresa and Ella picked me up from home. I come from the back of a pickup truck, and I was a young man from Los Angeles, and I was a mess. I come from a family that was of Los Angeles, and Agnes, when I come to the ranch, I was afraid, maybe like others that just have spoken with the echo, that my life was in a spiral downward, didn't care which way to go. And somewhere was, I walked through the doors and I met Agnes for the first time, and I knew there I never felt the presence of the Lord. I didn't know what, actually I didn't know what presence I was feeling. I knew it was something different. And for someone like myself, it just changed my life. I was only there, supposed to visit for a week. Gordon was supposed to pick me up. And a week turned into 9 months, 9 months turned into 9 years. And my wife was there. And we had a family. But the best thing was that I didn't really, was not going on the mission trips, but we were part of a team that we took care of the ministry. You know, the animals, the orchards, the food runs. I just visited with Teresa. Brought tears to my eyes because I saw something in play that when we fed the people, what was it, like 20,000 a week or so?
Yeah.
And the work is, okay. So seeing the food ministry, I remember that's the part where we were part of. And traveling with Gordon and gleaning and on the fields and sleeping in the back of a semi in the box, not in the truck. You know? It was some trips, many years, and I'm grateful to Yanela, Teresa, Gordon, because I was a mess, and I'm sorry for the years that I caused hardship. But I told Agnes that, because you know, when everybody was asleep, I'll open her door and I'll go move her over and I'll lay with her. And she goes, "Are you in trouble again?" I said, "Kind of." So, you know, when everybody wanted me out, she said she saw the Lord didn't let me go. She was not going to let me go until the Lord released me. And I'm glad it was so, because I wouldn't have been here today. So I'm thankful to the Lord, Agnes, and my family that is here. Thank you.